over the weekend at the Republican Jewish Coalition meeting, you saw a parade of Republican officials and strategists denouncing Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes and what they say is a dangerous growth of anti-Semitism and anti-Israel sentiment within the party. Fuentes is not backing down. He's on social media attacking Ted Cruz and others. Sean, and the Heritage Foundation had personnel changes over this. Well, let me ask this. A number of things I want to ask you about it, but I'll start this way. Why is this issue, this moment, causing people, Ted Cruz and others, to put a line in the sand and say this is unacceptable? What are they particularly feeling threatened by? Is it because Tucker's so close to the president and the vice president? Why is this a time when they're really speaking out in a way we haven't seen very much over the last 7 years?
I think that's actually a great question because I haven't figured out where that, is it that, I mean, Nick Fuentes is very clear about his positions.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's new. That Tucker platformed him, I don't know. I mean, I kind of was trying to figure out, suddenly it was almost like there's some degree to which I feel like it's manufactured. I mean, not that, but it's why was Tucker suddenly the straw that broke the camel's back? I don't know.
That's what I can't figure out. I mean, remember the president had dinner with Nick Fuentes. He's been platformed. President said it was by accident, kind of.
By accident, right?
Yeah, Dan, how big a deal do you think this is going forward? Is this just like some short-term venting? And again, can you solve the problem Sean and I can't, which is why is this moment causing such lines to be drawn?
I think it's because they worry about JD Vance. I've warned about this for months. Young Republicans aren't kosher, no pun intended here, with the
But it's a good pun.
It's a good one. Isn't lockstep with Israel. And I think it's they saw what happened in the Democratic Party, the way the snowball got going down the mountain, and it became hard to stop. And I think they fear that, I mean, again, if you're JD Vance and you're thinking about 2028, this is not a black and white issue. You have a restless
Another good pun,
base.
By the way.
Yeah. You have a restless part of your base. And how do you finesse this? Because somebody will come at JD Vance from the right. I mean, it's too easy and cheap to try. And this will be one of the issues, I think, that they will.
I just don't think that's, I mean, look, to me, maybe you're onto something, but that's a little bit deep for I think that there's a lot of, I just don't know that Israel, nothing to me is that new. I don't get, that's why I'm trying to figure out why Tucker was suddenly the one that broke the
but what's new in the last 6 months is Trump kind of going all in on Israel, trying to solve the peace, now talking about rebuilding. There's a lot of...
But Dan, I agree with you that that's distinctive, but for the people on the other side of Trump, for the Fuentes camp, this is just more of the same. I don't think they've escalated. What's escalated is people like Ted Cruz and so what has caused them to suddenly say this? I mean, Tucker spoke at the convention. There's people get engaged with Fuentes. People get engaged with Candace Owens. None of this is new, and yet suddenly we have a reaction that is unlike I've seen.
I think those previous engagements were all about 24, and it was all poking at the left. Now you're looking at your own party, and you're saying what the subject is Israel a lot.
Yeah.
I just didn't think that would be the issue that would have.
I agree. I'll tell you, I don't have this thought through as I prepared to ask the question and hopefully have an answer to join with you guys. I think Charlie's assassination has something to do with it. I'm not really. I think this is a theory. It's not based on anybody telling me this. I think Charlie's death leaves a vacuum, and I think people are trying to step into that. And I think Fuentes thinks he can step into it. He's a huge critic of Charlie's. And I think Tucker maybe thinks he could step into it. And then I think people like Ted Cruz. And again, I'm not saying they're doing it for power. It's just there's a space there to appeal to young men who are conservative and MAGA. And again, Charlie's death just left a vacuum.
I think some of it, Mark, speaking of Charlie Kirk, is the conspiracy theories that spun out during that on the right.
Yeah. And but again, that just made the right crazier. It doesn't explain whatever Ted Cruz is on. It's not the right.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park. Hit the subscribe button. Be part of the two-way community. Never miss an episode. Be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.